Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to talk some Scentsy and otherwise empties. I have so many things I've been worming through. All the things, the box is full again. I should probably just get a bigger box at this point. Maybe one made out of plastic, but we'll see. My hair's different, so I did go and get this done at a salon, and my salon finally opened up. I had my hair done, I think, in June, and then everything shut down again, and I just let it become that crazy mop that you guys got probably really used to, or me hiding it under a hat. And now it's in short again, so I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, and I have these temporary washout hair clay, so I can change the color of it too if I want to have blue hair or purple hair or something fun for the day. Anyways, this is not about my hair, but this is about all these empties. So we're going to go through these as quickly as possible. I'll try not to over babble about some of them, but I do want to make sure that I'm giving you my honest feedback and some suggestions or thoughts on these. So let's just dive in. I'm not going to go in a specific order, just whatever's on top. So we'll start with Better Homes and Gardens. This is Berry and Oak, I believe. Or Red Berry and Oak. I can't talk or speak or read. One of those three. So this is really nice. There's a deep red berry smell. There's an earthy, rich oak. But my problem with this one, at least with this bar of it was so incredibly light for me. It was there in the very beginning of the warming phase, and then it just, where'd it go? You get hints of it, but it was I had the whole bar going in a room, and nothing. It was just super light. So I don't know if it was just the room or the day or this bar was just not a good bar, but I really like the scent from the hints that I got from it, but performance-wise, didn't do much. Another one, this is Rain Lily. This is Threshold. This is a Target wax. This is with notes of magnolia and citrus. This is a beautiful light floral scent. It's fairly authentic. There's a slight powderiness to it, but it's not to the extent of something like a Lush Gardenia or something where it's powder. So again, my problem with this one also, it futzed out rather quickly. I put it in, I put half of the bar into a room area, and it was beautiful, and you could smell it, no problem. And then a couple hours later, it was gone. And then I put the other 2-3 cubes in, and same thing sort of happened. So again, I don't know if it's just this bar doesn't have the longevity I was looking for. Maybe it was my room. Who knows? It was a beautiful scent. Would I get it again? There's so many other floral scents out that are similar or along this line. I don't think this one stood out as a particularly unique one. All right, next we have First Day of Fall. This is a Scentsy wax. This one is woods and apples and something else. I think it's cloves and then cinnamon. And I really wanted to love this scent. And when I first pulled it out, I was like, oh my goodness, this smells good. And there's the woodsy notes and the appley pumpkin sort of vibe. And then the cinnamon crept in. And I was like, really? Why do you have to have cinnamon in nearly every fall scent? So not that I'm an apple or pumpkin purist, but I just feel cinnamon is so hyperly overused. Not that pumpkins and apples aren't. But in combination with those two, especially in the fall. And sometimes it's just nice to not have cinnamon in every fall scent. So I do like it. It performed well. It performed all day and then some. But I was just not as wild about it with the cinnamon note coming through a little stronger than I had anticipated. On a side note, I also warmed Autumn Road Trip. This is also a Scentsy one. And this is fresh leaves and fresh air and I almost feel there's a slight aquatic note to this. I could be crazy. No, I feel there is. It's a slight watery freshness to this, or outdoorsy air freshness with a leafy sort of smell. But it's light. It's not damp leaves or rotten leaves. It's a light, airy, I'm outside, there's a breeze floating by, and the leaves are changing. And it's that really nice, fresh autumn scent. I really love this scent. If you have not tried this, this is similar or along the same veins as Sensational's Autumn Air. This does put out though. So if you've had one of the dud Sensational ones, I know some people have said Sometimes like it's a powerhouse for them. It's usually a powerhouse for me. For some people it was like they got a dead bar or something. But same sort of scent vein. Or in Kringle, I think their scent Leaves or Autumn Rain, somewhere between those two or a mix of the two would kind of give you this scent. But it's so good. So that is Autumn Road Trip. That may go into my club. Also Scentsy Around the Campfire. This is a gray wax. And it smells like a campfire, like post, like the last embers of the fire burning down. But there is like a sweet mapley, hickory, some sort of like sweetness. It's not like a smoky, heavy, like charcoal cough you out sort of smell. It's more like a sweet, smoky sort of scent, but not like barbecue grill or anything like that. It's definitely more campfire. I like it. I don't know if I love it, but it does perform really well. It's a powerhouse. Like 2 cubes filled up my whole like main area of the apartment. Whoo! Oh, it was strong. Like I had to give myself time because we also have like, you know, the California fire situation. So I was not really prepared for like smelling the scent of sort of smoke and embers in the house. Probably bad timing. But it is a powerhouse and it lasts all day and all night afterwards. So moving on, I tried a bar of spiced grapefruit. This is Scentsy. This is like a weird, I don't know what the scent notes to this are, but to me it's like grapefruit, like a ruby red grapefruit or something, or pink grapefruit, and like a gingery spice fizz note sort of thing. It's interesting. It's a very interesting combo. I don't know if I love it. Will I warm it again? Probably. I have one more bar of it. It's not like, you know, a volatile sort of scent. But it's just, it's a nice, refreshing change from this traditional apple pumpkin holiday sort of seasonal scents. But I'm not in love with it. But that is spiced grapefruit. And it lasts all day. Better Homes and Gardens. This is caramel bread pudding. It says it's limited edition. I don't know if that's true because who knows what their labeling is like. You do definitely get caramel. You do get like this sweet sort of breadiness. It is a sweeter scent. It's not nauseatingly sweet, but you definitely get like a sweet caramel sort of with a dough note. It's not my favorite. I did enjoy it. I don't know if I'd purchase it again personally, but it did last all day. All right, Dancing Sugar Plums. This is Scentsy. This is a really deep, well, not even deep. It's more of like a sweet plum. It's like a really sweet, juicy plum. And then like sugar and spice. Like, so think of like a churro, but instead of like the dough and the friedness of it, just replace that with a plum. But then you get like that cinnamon sugar spice sort of thing going on. And that's what this is. And it's mainly at the very beginning of warming, it's mainly plum. It's like plum with a little bit of spice and sugar and sweetness. And then as it mellows through and the plum kind of fades a little bit into the background, you get more of the spice note, but it's not overwhelming spice. So as someone who's not a huge spice fan, I did enjoy this. Is this like love it, need it in my club? Probably not, but it is a very nice scent and I would warm it again. Next, we have the infamous breakfast in bed that like everyone raves about. And to be very fair, it's worth the rave. It's definitely, you get this nice pastry sort of vibe from it. You get the pumpkin. You get, I think it's the sweet black raspberry, I want to say, or something sweet. So some dark red berry in here. It's good. It's really good. And you pick up the pumpkin note in it, and it's just like a pumpkin and dark berry pastry. And it lasts all day, and it's not overwhelmingly strong, but it's definitely stronger. So if you liked sweet plum pastry, if you liked Stroopwafel Delight even, you might like this. If you like almond croissant, which is more of just like the pastry itself, you might like this because it adds like that fruity level to it, and then the savory kind of pumpkin. It's really good. This would be club worthy for me, and I'm not a bakery person by any means, so that's saying something. All right, next we have Sensationals, I believe, Enchanted. This is described as blackberry and patchouli. This smells like a fruity shampoo. Like, without going into much more details, it's like a fruity shampoo. It lasts all day, which is great, I guess, if you want your house to smell like shampoo. I personally do not prefer this as a shampoo scent. It's not like one of those fancy coconut, organic, vegan, gluten-free, free-ranging shampoos that, you know, they handpicked from the first whatever bananas nonsense. This is like your generic dollar store or like drugstore shampoo that has a weird, strange, fruity scent, a little bit of a weird, old, musty note from the patchouli, and like that weird watery note. That was not a scent for me. Will not be repurchasing. Next we have Be My Honey. This is no longer available. I think this is in our spring summer catalog. And this is honey. It's a sweet honey. It has like a vanilla note in it to me, or like almost like a weird frosting note. It's like honey frosting to me. I remember when I warmed this the first time, I didn't like it, but this time around, I don't know if it's just the season worked better with it. I feel like this worked really well as a fall sort of seasonal scent. But I liked it. I don't know if it would be something that I would like go out of my way to find again, but if they had it, I might buy another bar at some point. All right, next we have Thresholds. This is Target. This is a 3-pack. This is their trio sampler of Blackberry Oak, Vanilla Bean and Amber, and Cedar Patchouli. And because the 3 were like smaller cubes, they're like each, like 4 of each thing. What are these called? Cubes. They're so tiny. I just did them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes. And because they were all put in the same little sampler, I was like, maybe that means we should blend them all together and use them at the same time. So that's what I did. And I can tell you that all 3 work fairly harmoniously together in sync with one another. And I was pleasantly surprised. You do get like the blackberry stands out a bit. You get the fruitiness from that. You get like the rounded woodiness from the cedar patchouli, which is more of like a foresty smell. And then the vanilla bean and amber gives a creaminess and kind of mellows out the overall scent, so it's not just like woods and berries. Yeah, it was a great combination. It worked really well. It was a good choice for them to put those 3 together. I have bars of them separately, so I will review them on their own as standalone fragrances at another point. Another Thresholds 3-pack. This is Lavender White Tea, Eucalyptus Leaf, and Tangerine Ginger. Again, I just did them all together. This combination smells very soapy, and I couldn't tell if it was the eucalyptus leaf, which is like eucalyptus and lime sort of vibes, or if it was the lavender white tea that was causing the whole weird soapiness going on here. But there was like a very much soapy carpet cleaner, fancy soap sort of smell going on. And had it not been for the tangerine ginger cutting through and bringing like a citrus vibe, this would have just smelled like fancy hotel soap. It's not bad. It wasn't my favorite. I, again, will try these separately and see if I like them better on their own. But as a whole, this trio for me was just like a soapy no thank you. All right. Then we have, what is this? Better Homes and Gardens Sugared Lavender Twist. This is my jam. Oh man, I went and found some in stock and stocked up because I'm a wax hoarder apparently. I remember I smelled this the first time and then warmed it at my parents' house and was not super wild. Like, I felt like it was too sweet for me at first, not enough lavender, just kind of weird vibes going on. And I like bought another bar and I was like, okay, I'll try it in my place. Oh my lambs. I stole that, I think, from Lisa. Anyways, the bigger point behind this is that it smells so good. You get the lavender. It is a sweeter lavender. So think of like Scentsy's, what is it, sugar mixed with like a lavender scent. And it's a beautiful, like, oh, it's such a good bedroom, bathroom scent. It could be in just in a house smell. It's kind of a neutral, sweeter sort of scent. Not overly floral, not overly like bakery sweet, like whatever. It's kind of perfumey and it lasts. Oh my goodness, it lasts. Like, I think I had it warming almost 3 days straight and it was still going and I was just head over heels over. So I stocked up at the store. And I'm so sad because I don't think they make this one particularly anymore, which is a bummer because I should have stocked them more. But that's a good one. All right, moving on. Yankee Candle, or American Home by Yankee Candle. This is a in Pink Island Sunset. I got this at CVS. This is a pretty sort of sweet, beachy, corally sort of scent. Like a nice, fancy tropical bathroom. I don't know, like at a tropical resort. But it was so incredibly light. It was like, I used the whole thing and I barely got like a light scent from it throughout the day. It lasted. It was like a lingering sort of like, what do they say? When you wear the sillage, is that what it is? Sillage? Whatever it is when you like spray cologne or perfume on you and it lingers in the air behind you. It was kind of like that all day. Ew, it's kind of like melty on me or something. That's cute. All right, anyways, well, that one can't recommend. Pretty scent, just didn't carry. All right, what was that? Oh, I bet this was this. We'll come back to that. Darcy and David's. This is a Hobby Lobby Lavender and Oakwood. I have to say, I love this scent, and I will probably be stocking up on this one in particular when they have another wax cube sale. It is like fresh lavender and woods. Like it says a medley of rosewood and oak and blonde woods. It's a nice woody, like a lighter woody balance to fresh lavender, and it lasts all day, and it's really nice. It's not overpowering, but you definitely smell it. Highly recommend this one if you're looking for a decent lavender woodsy scent. If you're not a big woodsy person though, you may not like this as much. But that one was fairly impressive. Better Homes and Gardens, we're back again with Sunlit Strawberry Patch. And this smells like candied strawberries almost, or strawberry candy. It's like those like hard candy strawberries that like look wrapped up to look like a strawberry. Then you like, if that's what it smells like, but not in candy form. It's in wax form. It lasted really well. I put it on overnight because I was already not sure I was going to be a fan of it. It was nice. I woke up, the whole apartment smelled like strawberries. Maybe not the most authentic, but I feel like strawberries can be a difficult one to get an authentic scent on. That being said, I would not repurchase this personally, but if you like strawberry or candied strawberry kind of scents, this one would be one to go to. All right, moving along. I was warming this today. This is the Ambiessence. This is like a Bed Bath & Beyond Rimports brand. What is this called? Pumpkin Waffles, Love at First Bite. And I put it in, and I was trying to figure out for the life of me what it smelled like. And my roommate came out of his room on a work break and like nearly vomited in the living room. And after he explained what he thought this smelled like, I can't not smell it as that. It smells like artificial buttery popcorn topping. It does not smell like a pumpkin waffle. Yeah, I can't smell anything other than like a sweet version of like artificial butter oil topping, that the stuff that you put on at either like the movie theater or like the stuff that's in the microwave popcorn bags, but it like fills the whole room like with that. Or it's like those Bertie Bott's every flavored jelly beans that taste like buttered popcorn. That's basically this. It was I had to pull it out of the warmers after like an hour because my roommate was gonna vomit, and I don't want my roommate making a mess or feeling sick on behalf of wax. So, duly noted, if you don't like that sort of flavor scent profile, do not get that one. But it was a powerhouse, I will say that much. We have a Autumn Hearth from Scentsy. Yeah, I thought I was going to like this one, and it's very spicy. There's a lot of like fall spices in this, and I don't remember the notes on it. But I feel like this was another one where it was like apple and pumpkin and something or another or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it just ended up being like spice. I don't really remember, honestly, because I think this is like one of the older ones that I wormed in this whole bunch. But I remember that I was unpleasantly unhappy with how it ended up turning out relative to what I thought it was going to turn out as. So yeah, it's fairly spiced, medium heavy. So if you're not a big fall spice person, craft store vibes person, I would maybe avoid this one. All right. This is Threshold's Target Seaside Driftwood, and this is my jam. I would buy this in mass. It's like, how do I describe it? So it says with notes of marine moss and cedar. You do get the cedar note. It's kind of like if like a cozy sort of cotton scent met A woody cedar meant like a little bit of like a marine sort of note to it, or an aquatic note. It is delightful. It's like the non-rose version of Cozy Cardigan. So like Cozy Cardigan is very predominantly like rose or floral. This is like Cozy Cardigan minus that. So it is a little bit more subtle because you don't have that floral note to really pop. But it lasted all day, every day. It was great. I would definitely buy this one again. If I had a club for it, this would go into that club. It's just not overwhelmingly in your face. So if you're looking for a powerhouse performer in terms of like wham, smack you in the face, that's not it. All right, then we have Sensational Sweet Pea, and this is just a sweet pea floral bedroom scent. It kind of reminds me of Jammy Time without the odd notes of Jammy Time that I think because Jammy Time is like sweet pea and lavender and something else. I want to say baby freesia or something. I don't know. But this one is just like sweet pea, straight up sweet pea. It's nice. It does last all day. I don't know if it's my favorite. I do have a couple more bars of this because I do enjoy it when I need like a floral cleanse of my nose. Yeah, it's a nice sweet scent. All right, couple more waxes. These are the small Kringle ones. And then we'll get into a couple non-wax things really quick. So Kringles, Welcome Home. This is basically like any craft store, Michael's Spices scent. Not my jam, but if you like that, I feel like every company has Welcome Home. Kringle has a Welcome Home. Scentsy has a Welcome Home. Sensationals has a Welcome Home. And they're all like the same scent, but just slightly different balances of spice. All right. Kringles Pumpkin Patch. I don't remember this one. I feel like this one was very forgettable. Oh, you know what? Now I remember. Because this one was like it was supposed to be a pumpkin patch, right? It was very forgettable. I warmed this today and I already forgot. It was very forgettable. Kind of like a really soft, faint pumpkin. Like there wasn't a patch to it. It was just like a slight hint of pumpkin. Kind of disappointing. There's a weird, almost like frosting note on the end of this that did not show up either, but can't recommend this one. It's kind of like womp womp. The apple chutney, however, this one was delightful. It is like a nice crisp apple with like a sugary sweetness, hint of like a cider spice. But it was nice and light and airy and juicy and refreshing, which was very nice because the other one there was kind of a womp. It wasn't very strong though, so that's one thing I will say. Like if you have a smaller room, these small ones tend to perform better. But if you're doing like an open concept or like a multi-room sort of situation, where I was warming it, it really struggles a little bit to perform to its peak strength level. All right. Gilded Apple. This is another wonderful one. And it's another apple-y scent. I mean, I liked it because it wasn't hyper spiced. It's more just like apple, like a sweet apple. But it's like as they call it, gilded, which I don't remember what gilding is, but it's not like a fresh orchard apple. It's more like a simmered, cooked apple, sort of whatever, but it smells nice. All right, pumpkin latte. This smelled like burnt tea or burnt pea, whichever you prefer. I got sort of a pumpkin note, but it was just burnt unpleasantness. I don't know. I feel like Kringle, they have some really good hits, but their coffee-based scents just for some reason do not seem to do anything wonderful for me, at least. Country Candles is also through Kringle. This is Tropical Waters. And this was nice. This is a nice, refreshing, sort of beachy vibes, ocean air sort of scent. But again, I don't think it was particularly like stand out relative to the many, many sort of beachy sort of scents out there. But it was nice. I would warm it again. I don't know what I'd buy it again. Then we had Life's a Beach, also from Kringle Country. And this one I don't like. There's this like soapy, powdery, soap as opposed to not soapy soap. it just wasn't doing anything for me. It was too much of a soapy note. And yeah, did not make me feel like I was in a hammock on the beach. That's for sure. Vanilla Orchid, however, is our next one. This one was phenomenal. Oh, it was so good, and it lasted all day. I will say, when it first was warming, I was a little worried because I wasn't smelling it, and I was like, where is it? Is this going to be another dud? And then, like, once the oils really started to go, oh man, it was so heavenly. It was so nice and creamy vanilla. You get, like, the vanilla bean, you get the light hint of the orchid. It was, oh, so good. I would get more of this one. All right, we have a tester of Snow-Kissed Cranberry, and honestly, I don't remember because I put it in a bathroom to test it out, and then I had forgotten that I put my Very Snowy Spruce fragrance flower in there. Guess who won the battle of fragrance in there? Very Snowy Spruce. That one is a strong fragrance flower. If you want a strong fragrance flower, get Very Snowy Spruce while it's still available. So I'll have to warm this and get a bar of it, but I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy it. It just won't be like, oh my gosh, gotta have it in my life. Pretty in Plaid pleasantly surprised me though. I don't know again if this was because it blended with Very Snowy Spruce and made a beautiful green tree baby scent. But honestly, this one was really strong for even just like little tester. Overtook the bathroom. Yeah, no, it was definitely smelled that, not Very Snowy Spruce. It's a powerhouse. You may or may not like it. There is a slight... I can't quite place it. It's not quite artificial green tree, but it's definitely not full-on authentic green tree. There's something in there that was like, questionable on it. But it was a good tree scent if you're looking for one. Then Hug in a Mug is next. So funny story. This is like supposed to be, I don't know, some described as like cookie dough or something like that. And it's supposed to be like reminiscent of, I don't know, hot chocolate, whatever. I'm not a fan of the scent on its own per se, but just for fun, I mixed this with Almond Croissant, which is also a Scentsy scent that's in our current catalog. This plus that equals buttery chocolate croissants, and it was strong and it was mouth-watering. And again, I'm not a huge bakery person, but those scents together were magical. So I strongly suggest if you have it or are a bakery fan to try Almond Croissant mixed 1-to-1 with Hug in a Mug. Oh my word. I would maybe put those two in my club at the end of the season just because the combination together was so delightful. All right, last little things. I have a fragrance flower that looks so sad and dismal right now, but this was Apple and Oats. And honestly, this is one of the most disappointing fragrance flowers I've tried yet. It didn't do anything for me. Or not Apple and Oats, Apple and Cinnamon Sticks. I'm getting all my apple scents confused. Yeah, Apple and Cinnamon Sticks. Anyways, this is from the Harvest collection. It just didn't perform for me. I got like a hint of cinnamon every now and then, very little apple. And yes, I know these are not going to be rivaling a wax warmer, but I do want to get a waft of the fragrance as I'm walking by or going into the room. And this just didn't do it for me. So I could not recommend this particular scent. What can I say? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I got through Body Cream. Oh, that's what that goopy stuff was. Body Cream and Shimmer. Apparently there's a little bit left in the container. This is delightful. It's described as cherry apricot, white musk, and spun sugar. It's this light, sort of fruity, nice scent, but it's not... I guess it could be described as more feminine, but honestly, I put it on and it smelled delightful, and it didn't smell overly feminine like some of the Bath & Body Works stuff tends to smell like. That becomes overwhelmingly like, oh god, it's like a girl just rainbowed, I don't know, perfume into the room. That was a terrible description. Anyways, this is pretty good. I would almost describe it as potentially unisex. If you want something a little lighter and nicer, because the white musk kind of balances it. So it's not overtly like cherries and apricots. It's just like the subtler, light berry scent. Finally, we have some Bath & Body Works Waikiki Beach Coconut Fragrance Mist. I tried this. I'm not big on fragrance mists. I wanted to try them because everyone seems to like love these things. you know, I sort of get the allure of them. They're kind of fun to spritz it on. You feel like refreshed. You get like a burst of fragrance that lasts all of like 5 to 10 minutes at most. But I just feel like it's not practical. If you are gonna get one of these fragrance mists, I would actually consider trying the Scentsy ones because they come with, I don't know the ingredients on this one, but I know ours has aloe and sunflower oil, or at least aloe in it. And I will say that I sprayed that one on like a madman after getting a light like crisping in the sun one day, and that worked wonderful, wonderful things. So I will say I'm not a whole sold on fragrance mists as a whole, whether they're Scentsy or otherwise, but at least I do like that the Scentsy one has aloe in it, so there's that. Then I got through a lotion of Twilight Woods. This is like the subtle, more woody version of Cozy Cardigan. So if you like Cozy Cardigan, but you want more woody and less like floral and less in your face, this is like that, and it's Bath and Body Works. And I think they still make this. I really like it. They're not the same, but they have very similar sort of scent appeal, which is why I like them both. All right, last little bit, we had a Destination Wax Red Pear. This is like a juicy red, I want to say, it doesn't say what type, but it's a red pear. It was sweet, it was peary. It was peary nice. I would get it again. Wasn't my favorite, but I did like it. And then I had a, what was this? Fresh water. Oh, this is a pink zebra's sprinkles, or whatever they're called, those little polka dot things, soy beads. Anyways, fresh water, smelled really good, lasted all day. It's like a cologne-y sort of vibe, if I remember correctly. You can't smell anymore. It is kind of a little cologne-y. It was a really nice scent. It was, again, not super strong, but I will say that they had in all of the ones that I tested, the pink zebra sprinkly, oh my gosh, it's so hard to say that, pink zebra sprinkles. The more cologne-y men's ones, or the woodsy ones, tended to perform better overall in terms of longevity than the ones that were like fruity or minty or otherwise. And I know some have mentioned like, oh, but you need to use a pink zebra sprinkle warmer to get the best results. Just like how Scentsy says you have to use a Scentsy warmer to get the best results. And so here's I did a little digging. The pink zebra sprinkles warmer, the simmering light or whatever it's called, is a 25-watt warmer. It's a 25-watt bulb warmer. So if their 25-watt bulb is somehow magically different than Scentsy's or Walmart's or something else, like, please let me know. I don't think there's that much difference. 25 watts in terms of a bulb is generally going to give you the same output regardless of the manufacturer. I mean, with some variance, perhaps. The big thing on the whole situation with like using a Scentsy bulb in a Scentsy product, or a pink zebra bulb in a pink zebra product, is probably more in terms of like warranty and not avoiding the warranty, if we're being real about it all. But a 25-watt warmer should warm generally the same as another 25-watt warmer, especially if they're made of similar materials. All right, that's all I have. We can talk about warmers and wattage in another video if you're interested. But for now, if you did enjoy this and you are new here, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. And I will see you in our next video. Take care, guys. Bye.